All right, we're back with Mayor Best here, Karen, and I want to talk about 2015. And you came into office, you said in April.
Correct.
Right? But
Correct.
a lot has gone on. I mean, we've had a lot of announcements, a lot of exciting things. The Fritzs Fun Park, is that what it's called?
Oh, yes. I can't wait for that to
I know, it
open.
looks awesome,
It's
to tell
going to
you
be
the truth.
so much fun.
I know. But when do they start working on that, do you know?
They have already started working on it. They've been clearing the property. It's where the old Silver Fountain Inn used to be.
Mm-hmm.
And so that facility is now no longer at the
Right.
site. So they're prepping the site to start building. And it's going to be such a fun adventure because it's going to have rock climbing and ropes and all the fun stuff that you have that's
It's like for the whole
outdoors.
family, right?
For the whole family, except for it's going to be indoors.
Mm-hmm.
So on those rainy days when you're wondering what you can do because you don't want to be outside,
Right.
it's having all the fun things that are outside, bringing them indoors.
I know. I saw the pictures. It looks pretty awesome, actually.
It is extremely awesome. They have a similar type project in Pigeon Forge at the island, and that's all outdoors.
Oh, I see.
So
Is it the same company?
It's not the same company, but it's something that's kind of similar. And then in St. Louis, they have the City Museum, and it's going to be very similar to that as well.
That's
so
great.
we're kind of taking the best of everything and putting it all in one. And I have to commend the folks that put Fritzs together. It's going to be one of those things that can be open year-round.
Right.
And we're really trying to go toward more year-round entertainment to bring people in.
Yeah.
Pigeon Forge has half the population we have, but they have twice the amount of visitors.
Really?
So what are
I
they
never realized.
doing?
I've never been there.
I've done 2 trips to Pigeon Forge recently to look and see what are the best practices that they're doing that we're not doing. How are they attracting more visitors than we are? And granted, they have a little bit larger population to draw from on the East Coast.
Right.
But bringing some of those best practices back to Branson and saying how can we incorporate those. One of the fun things I did was a giant Ferris wheel, and I know there's a couple people that are looking at trying to bring the Ferris wheel to Branson.
That would be pretty cool.
So
yeah, well, we have the balloon
that
out
would be
here.
fun.
Have you
Yes.
ridden that balloon?
I have not ridden the balloon. We are actually going to ride it on January 4th along with Parakeet Pete's zip line.
Oh, really?
We've already got that on our agenda for
Got it all scheduled.
the 1st of January. We're going to start the year off with a bang and go to we're going to start it as
it's a
an
running
adventure.
gag on our show, actually.
Is it?
Because I
Oh.
live right over here. I live across the lake here, and my kids are very confused at night. They think we have 2 moons.
Exactly.
This is how-
I live 9 blocks from here, and I'm coming down the hill, and I look, and I'm like, oh, it's a nice full
it
moon
has a
ride.
name on it. Yes.
So yes, I have the same thing.
The kids always want to go on it, and it's always cold, so we just take them over to the Hilton and go up and down in the elevator.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Same difference.
Same thing. It's a lot cheaper.
Exactly.
But you have the Fritz opening, and then people got all excited about what do you call it? The gondola, or what would you call that?
The gondola. That
what
is
they call
that
it?
is a private funded project. So they're in their due diligence phase.
Do you think it'll?
It's a 50-50 shot. I don't know.
I just think reading
fun.
it's very ambitious because the amount of I don't know
$130 million. That's
know.
a lot of money to come up with.
I know, and to
So-
get it all the way out to Silver Dollar City, I mean, that
I
is
would love
great.
it.
It would be great, but I keep telling people it's not a public transport system, really, right?
Yeah.
Because it's going to have spots along the way. It's more of like entertainment.
It will be. However, in talking with them, they're going to try and make it affordable for local folks. So if they need transportation to and from their jobs,
Right.
they'll be able to buy a year-long pass.
Will it be practical though? Because won't they be stopping constantly?
It could still be a lot faster than sitting in your car. I had a complaint from a visitor that was here the week after Thanksgiving, and they went to Silver Dollar City on the busiest day of the year.
Right, and they
And
complained.
they went from the Branson Landing down the Strip, and it took them 3.5 to 4 hours to get there.
Mm-hmm.
So I would think that the gondola would be much faster. I believe, if I remember right, it's like a 45-minute ride out to the park. So
Yeah, but that reminds me of working on the showboat. I give people that after the show will say, well, we loved everything, but it was too dark to see outside. I've said, well, you came at 8 o'clock at night. We have no control over that.
You should get the balloon ride to
Yeah,
light
they
up,
could do that.
light up the way. There
Yeah,
you
they
go.
could do that.
There you go. I'm real excited about Ballparks of America too.
Oh yeah, I used to
They're
play.
getting. Did you?
Yeah,
How
I didn't, not by choice,
fun.
but yeah, I used to play.
Yeah,
So
that's-
has that started? Have they started having any games? or
They have
anything?
not started. The goal is to have 2 fields done by 2016
Mm-hmm.
so that they can start bringing kids in for the summer.
Right.
And that's going to be really fun because that's bringing in a younger demographic
Oh, it'll
too.
be nice to use that property because
Oh,
it's just there.
without a
And,
doubt.
Yeah, and there's so many things. You were talking about places being empty and not being developed. After the tornado, so many places have just not changed since then. I think
Absolutely.
I think there's a lot of eyesores actually. and-
There's some really neat projects that are on the drawing board that are going to be starting in 2016 or finished in 2017 that are
Mm-hmm.
going to take some of those properties and
clean them up a little bit.
clean them up
and actually use them. It's just a shame there's so many empty spots on the way down the
Exactly,
road now.
exactly.
And so, well, you're talking about 2016. We'll talk about that in a second
Okay.
when we come back with Karen Best. Thank you for supporting All Things Branson. Be sure to subscribe and stay in touch on Facebook and Twitter. Check back at allthingsbranson.com for the latest news about Branson, Missouri.